Hey there. Hello, how do you do? My name is Harry Wetzel. Thanks for coming. It's the 80s, darling. Indeed, it is. It is the end of October 1983, and I work in a bookstore. It is a corporate miasma of red tape. It is a mess. But it's a bookstore. I've loved books my entire life. I've been a reader as far back as I can remember, and I still read today. I love going into a place where it smells like fresh paper. Yes! So every now and then, at the end of the shift, as the last customers drag themselves up the stairs out of our basement lair into the rest of the outside world, and I'll stand there in the middle of the room with the books shelved up to the ceiling on all of the walls, and rows and rows of shelves sprinkled throughout the room in between. And I'll stand in the middle of the room with my arms upstretched, and I'll look around and I'll say, "Books to the left of me, books to the right of me, books all around. Thank heavens I work in a bookstore." Even though it's a mess, a corporate mess. Well, I had to put that last bit in. It's just as real as the first part. Anyhow, now it's a few days later, and it is. It's Halloween, 1983. It's Samhain. The veil between the worlds is at its thinnest. It is the witches' Sabbath, and here we are, Halloween, All Hallows Eve, 1983. I'm so excited to be spending my first Halloween in New York City. So, it's my first Halloween, and I want to do something special, but I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, look no further. One of my hilarious friends, Amy, hilarious and beautiful Amy from Detroit, is throwing a Halloween party at her apartment down in Brooklyn. She's got a hilarious and beautiful roommate named Vivian, and the two of them are throwing a big Halloween party. And that's what I'm going to do, go down there. Well, I had a plan. I didn't want to wear any elaborate makeup and get all goonked up, so I had to deal with that after the party was over. So I was just going to go as a vampire priest. Simple as can be, wear black, cut out some cardboard teeth. I cut out several pairs, I cut out several sets of teeth, because after you have them in your mouth, they get a little soggy. So you get a fresh pair every now and then. And I wear my vampire cape. I have this fantastic cape. Yes. So I'm a vampire priest, and I'm going down to Brooklyn. Last time I went to Brooklyn, it was Brooklyn Heights, and I went there and I was driven by my sweetheart's father. You remember? Yes. Well, so it's a different series of subway rides to get down to Brooklyn. Some subways that I've never taken before, and I eventually get down to Amy's neighborhood. Yes. And I walk over to her apartment. It's a beautiful apartment, and the party is in full swing. Everybody's there. Marilyn Monroe, Charlie Chaplin, Groucho Marx, Karl Marx, Alfred Hitchcock. There's a dragon. There's a couple of Draculas. The Frankenstein monster is there, and Marie Antoinette. Everybody, the cast of characters is there. It's a delightful party, and we're all having a fantastic time. Uh, it's a night for boozing it up, but not too much. We all got pleasantly drunk, and I didn't get too out of control. I brought along some reefer, and we were smoking dope out of my opera pipe. It was a delightful, lovely party. The dance floor was cleared, and I hit the dance floor a couple of times. I didn't bother trying to clear it. I was just doing a little bit of vampire broken puppet, and it was just lovely. And Amy hit the dance floor with me too, and I was dancing with Vivian for a while. It was very, very lovely. Well, the party went on all night. Yes, it did. And eventually it broke up, And as everybody left and went away and left and went away, eventually it was very late and it was just Amy and Vivian and me sitting around smoking dope and telling jokes and smoking cigarettes and having a lovely chat. Well, it gets to be really, really late, and so it's time to crash. I sleep on the sofa, and Amy and Vivian each go off to their rooms. All right, now it's the next morning. It's the 1st of November, 1983. Yes. And we get up, and they say, let's go to breakfast. So we go to a local Brooklyn diner and have a lovely breakfast. And while we're sitting over breakfast, Amy and Vivian are talking to me. And they say, you know, you're so much fun. You've got to come and work with us at the restaurant. They both work at O'Neill's Restaurant, a fancy restaurant on Times Square over there at 44th or 42nd or 46th Street, something like that. And it's a very elite, fancy restaurant, upscale, and pretty fancy schmancy. And they say, you got to come work with us. I said, I've never been a waiter. I made myself a solemn promise. And they said, no, 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 no. You've got to do it. It'll be so much fun. I said, I don't know how to wait tables. They say, you'll be fine. It's easy. You train for the first couple days and then you're in. I say, okay, so we're going to have an interview with the boss. What am I going to say? I've never waited in a restaurant. Just tell him you were waiting tables back in Michigan all over the place. It'll be fine. We'll cover for you. We'll say, oh, yeah, we know him. He's a great waiter. And I go, well, I don't know if I should do this. They said the tips are amazing. You're going to make way more money than you were ever making at your poor little bookstore. You've got to come work with us. And I'm like, well, they said, listen, we're going to go up there today. We've got to check in. So what we can do is introduce you to the boss. You can apply. Maybe you can get hired right away. So after our brunch, we go on to Manhattan and up to O'Neill's and in to meet the boss. And before I know it, I'm having an interview. And this boss fella, he's one of these guys who obviously love the book and the movie The Right Stuff because he pictures himself to be somebody with the right stuff. And he even said at one point, we need people to work here to have the right stuff. And I'm wondering if I know I've got the right stuff, but I don't know if it's the same kind of right stuff that he thinks is the right stuff. Anyhow, so he hires me. He says, can you come back here tomorrow for the early shift? You're going to just be trailing for the first day or so. For the first couple of days, you'll just be trailing. But sure, you're the waiter that Amy and Vivian say you are. It should be a breeze for you. And I'm like, yes, it'll be a breeze. So that's it. Now all I have to do is come back tomorrow and be a waiter. What the? I wasn't expecting this to come of my Halloween adventure. Well, so first thing I have to do is go quit the bookstore on zero notice, by the way. So that day, November the 1st, I go into the bookstore and I talk to the manager. He's sitting behind his desk. And I tell him, I say, well, I didn't exactly try to. It was sort of an accident, but I actually got another job. So I won't be working here anymore. Is it okay if this is my notice and I don't ever come back again? And he's like, Harry? And I'm like, yes? He says, are you actually quitting on no notice? And I'm like, well, very little notice. He looks at me, he says, this is the kind of lifestyle that's going to catch up with you someday. And I'm like, I don't exactly know what to say about that because I didn't know if he knew anything at all about my lifestyle other than that I worked at the bookstore for a while. And I've never quit a job on zero notice. I've never quit a job before. So this is new territory to me, and I didn't know what to say to the guy. So you know what I said? Bye. And I was out. No strings, no connections. It was fantastic. I was thrilled. Plus, now all I got to do is go to the restaurant tomorrow and pretend to be a waiter. Och, du lieber. I'm scared out of my wits. But I go in the next day, and everybody on staff is very friendly, and they're all very positive energy and hopeful and stuff like that. Amy is so thrilled to have me on staff, and Vivian is just hilarious and delightful. And so, you know what happened? Yes, I'll tell you about it next time. Thank you for listening. Keep coming back, subscribe, and share this out to everyone you know. Once again, thank you. I look forward to talking with you again.